Austin, Texas is exploding and it's just not big enough for everyone to move here, and not everyone wants to live in the city. A lot of people prefer to live in outskirts in the suburbs like Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, Pflugerville. Round Rock has probably come up in your search if you're looking to move to Austin. So today we're going to talk about 10 things you didn't know about Round Rock, Texas. And I can tell you we're talking about how everything's bigger in Texas, Texas history, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So stay tuned. By the way, my name's Tiffany Moore with Rise and Shine Realty. I'm a local realtor right here in Austin, Texas, and I put out videos every week showcasing the market here in Austin. I help folks from all over the world buy and sell homes here. So if you want to make sure that you're staying up to date on whatever's going on in the market, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like my free guide on how to buy your first home in Austin, reach out to me in the comments and I will send you the link. Number one, yes, the town was actually named for a round rock. The town started off in 1851 with a different name, Brushy, which was suggested by the first postmaster due to the town being situated around Brushy Creek. And in 1854, it was renamed after a large round rock in the middle of the creek. And this round rock marked the convenient low water crossing for wagons, horses, and cattle. And you can see the rock today. The round rock is located near Chisholm Trail near the middle of Brushy Creek. My husband and I take this road every time we go to our favorite pizza place called Pint House Pizza. It's our favorite spot for pizza and beer. They brew their own beer, and they are known around town for their flagship, which is called Electric Jellyfish. This is kind of like an Austin-style IPA, which is somewhere between like a West Coast and a hazy. Anyway, EJ, as it's known to the locals, is Austin's like standard IPA. So if you come down here and you're looking for a good IPA, they have it in a lot of bars around town. Just get the Electric Jellyfish, and then you can thank me later. Number two, the Chisholm Trail ran through the middle of town. And if you're not familiar with Texas history, let me explain the Chisholm Trail. So it's a very famous trail that trail drivers like Jesse Chisholm, for whom the trail is named, led their cattle from Texas to Kansas to sell the cattle for higher prices than they can get in Texas. The Chisholm Trail was used from 1867 to 1884 and ran from Kansas south to the Rio Grande. So the trail passed through Round Rock at a specific spot at Brushy Creek, marked by the famous Round Rock that we just talked about. Texas sculptor Jim Thomas was commissioned by the city of Round Rock to create 22 bronze sculptures depicting life along the Chisholm Trail in the late 1800s. And these sculptures, they include cattle, cowboys, townspeople. They are all on permanent display in the Chisholm Trail Crossing Park. One thing that I love about Texas is the history. My husband and I are really big fans of Young Guns, and every time we drive on the Chisholm Trail when we're going to Pint House Pizza, I think about that opening scene in Young Guns 2, where Billy the Kid, who is Emilio Estevez, if you didn't know, a very young, very attractive Emilio Estevez, says, "You stole our land, Mr. Chisholm. You stole a lot of people's land." He says something like that. And when we lived in El Paso, we would go to Eagle Pass and walk around in like the OK Corral where all these like shootouts and stuff happen. There's just something really cool about being a part of like old Texas history and walking around where all this stuff happened. Number three, it is the site of a famous shootout. So not the shootout at the OK Corral, a different shootout. So downtown Round Rock is the site of the gunfight and the subsequent capture and death of 19th century American train robber Sam Bass. And he was captured by a member of the Texas Ranger Division on July 19th, 1878. So the Rangers followed Sam Bass and his gang after they robbed the Fort Worth to Cleburne train. Sam Bass was tracked to Round Rock, and as he tried to flee, he was shot and killed in a gun battle with the Texas Rangers. This event is known locally as the Sam Bass Shootout, and the shootout is recreated every year at the July 4th Frontier Day celebration in Old Settlers Park in Georgetown. So Sam Bass is buried in the Round Rock Cemetery northwest of Old Town on Sam Bass Road. His original headstone can be found on display at the Round Rock Public Library. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this crazy Texas history is like, I didn't even know that until I started researching for this film. Like, it's in Round Rock. It's not just in El Paso. It's not just in the OK Corral. It's like on the Chisholm Trail, which was huge. If you saw my video about Lockhart, the Chisholm Trail goes all the way down there, and they have like celebrations about it every year. And it's even in Round Rock where Sam Bass was killed. I drive on Sam Bass Road all the time. I didn't even know that history. Number 4, Round Rock is proud of its history. So following the end of the American Civil War, a group of war veterans had a reunion in Georgetown in 1904 for the old settlers of Williamson County and their descendants. The event was so popular that these reunions, now called Old Settlers Association reunions, have been held annually ever since. And after the first one, the event moved to Round Rock, and eventually a structure was built on the Palm Valley area of Round Rock in front of Old Settlers Park, just off Highway 79 in East Round Rock. So this year was 113th reunion. They had a festival with like live music, food, admission is free, parking is free. It's just so much fun. Just such a cool celebration of Texas history, Round Rock history, all that stuff. Number 5, Round Rock owes its success to good lobbying. In the 1950s, city planners proposed building Highway I-35 through Taylor, which at that time had a thriving cotton industry and was considered the economic powerhouse of the area. And Taylor resisted the highway. They didn't want the noise, they didn't want the disruption to their farms. And I gotta say, Taylor, I don't blame you. Smart move. But the mayor of Round Rock, Louis Hanna, could see the potential of this highway, and he lobbied hard for the highway to pass through Round Rock instead of Taylor. So in 1956, it was decided that I-35 would go through Round Rock because of the mayor's efforts. And as a result, when the cotton industry floundered, Taylor suffered economically while Round Rock became the largest city in the county. Number 6, Round Rock is Austin's largest suburb. So Austin has a lot of suburbs to choose from, like Bee Cave, Lockhart, Lakeway, Cedar Park, and you might not know all of Austin's suburbs. So Round Rock is the largest one with a population of 120,000 people. So it's even been called a super suburb due to the fact that it can be considered a self-contained suburb. Meaning, unlike a bedroom community where people travel to Austin for work and then they sleep at home, Round Rock has developed to the point where many residents work, shop, relax, and live their life just in Round Rock. They don't have to go to the city for any of those other things. Number 7, Round Rock is the sports capital of Texas. I didn't expect this. I for sure thought that it would be like Dallas. You've got like the Cowboys and new basketball and baseball and everything. I don't think there's baseball there. We have baseball in Houston, but you have pro teams in Dallas. You have pro teams in Houston. It did not occur to me that Round Rock would be the sports capital of Texas. So let's figure out why. If there is a sport to be played, they play it in Round Rock and they have all the facilities for it. So we're going to talk about some of those. The Round Rock Multipurpose Complex is a very spacious facility that is on 68 acres and consists of 10 multi-purpose fields with 5 synthetic turf fields and 5 natural grass playing surfaces. So the space can be customizable and utilized for so many different events and tournaments like lacrosse, rugby, flag football. They even hosted a Quidditch tournament there. That was the Round Rock Multipurpose Complex. Now we're going to talk about Round Rock Sports Center. So this facility has over 82,000 square feet of space and 47,000 square feet of playable area. And they can do a lot of different court configurations, like 6 high school basketball courts, 12 high school sized volleyball courts, and 3 NCAA sized basketball courts. They have hosted basketball, volleyball, wrestling, table tennis tournaments, cake expos, corporate events, and even weddings. So this next one I've been to, Del Diamond, is an award-winning stadium that's home to the Round Rock Express, which is like our farm baseball team. It's our AAA affiliate of the Texas Rangers, and it was ranked as one of the top minor league baseball parks in the U.S. by Baseball America. It has over 8,600 permanent seats and an outfield with room for 3,000 more fans. And we've already talked about Old Settlers Park. Champion Field is situated in the park with 20 baseball fields, 5 softball fields, 18 batting cages, 5 covered playgrounds, and 39,000 square feet of shaded spectator areas. Have you heard that everything is bigger in Texas? You better believe it. Like, this is insane. I had no idea all this stuff was out here in Round Rock. I do sports, but I don't do sports like that. And I don't have kids that play sports. Like, a lot of my friends are baseball moms. And they talk about, like, we're going to this tournament here and that tournament there. I'm like, how can there be so many baseball fields to accommodate all these teams? Like, oh, this is how. And I get that Round Rock is the hugest, but literally, like, sports is huge in Texas. It's not just football. We haven't even talked about football. Everything we've already talked about was like basketball and volleyball and lacrosse and all this other stuff. So number 8, Round Rock is home to the largest water park in America. Okay, we just talked about everything being bigger in Texas. Here is another example. So Round Rock is the only place in the USA you can visit the largest water park in America, the Kalahari Resort. It was also voted as the world's coolest indoor water park. I don't know how many there are, but this one is apparently the coolest. So admission to the water park is free if you're staying at the hotel. And if water's not your thing, they also have an indoor adventure park at 80,000 square feet. And you may want to relax and rejuvenate a little bit while everyone else is like wilding out at the water park or wilding out at the other indoor park. They also have a spa. They also have a 12-lane bowling alley. They have escape rooms and they have a piano bar. Plus, also, this is a conference center. Whoever built this place, they knew what they were doing. Come for your conference, bring the family, write off your vacation on your taxes, then deal. Number 9, Round Rock has a ton of accolades, and it's been recognized statewide and nationally for a lot of things that make it a very cool place to live. So 1, the Milken Institute ranks Round Rock second in the nation at its annual Best Performing Cities, which has tracked the economic performance of metros across the country for more than 2 decades. So Round Rock ranks as the 25th best place to live in the United States, according to Money's Best Places to Live ranking for 2021 to 2022. And according to that same magazine, they said that Round Rock is great for quality of life. It also took the number 1 spot for projected job growth through 2025, which is really interesting because we talk about projected job growth for Austin and for Leander, where they're building all these like new construction and new developments, live, work, play. There's not really a lot of that construction going on in Round Rock. But it's funny that even though that's the case, Round Rock is still the number 1 spot for projected job growth through 2025. That's amazing to me. So also Round Rock was named number 14 best city to buy a house in America by niche.com. And it's been recognized for so many things that I can't even put them in here, but I will link the description and you can get a full list of everything. And finally, number 10, we can't talk about Round Rock without talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which happened here. Not the real one, which incidentally didn't happen in Texas at all, but the 1974 movie. The majority of the shooting was at 2 houses across the road from each other on what is now the site of La Frontera, which is like a big commercial development in Round Rock. So one house was torched by local area high school students in the early 1980s, of course, leaving just a charred limestone skeleton of the wood frame house. And in 1998, the other house was disassembled and moved to Kingsland, Texas, where it was reassembled, fully restored, and now operates as the restaurant at the Antlers Hotel. And here's a really fun fact. I actually went there to the Antlers Hotel. I was on a girls' trip out in the country, and I say it was out in the country, but we were in like this amazing mansion. Literally, my friend's brother won the lottery, and they bought this house, and it's on the river. It was amazing, but it's out in the country. There's not a whole lot to do around there. Well, there was the Antlers Hotel, and we needed to eat breakfast, so the Antlers Hotel it was, and I have to say, it was really good. It was creepy as hell, but it was really good. So if you're thinking about moving here and you want to check out another nearby area, watch this video next, the 10 things you need to know about Cedar Park. And if you are thinking about moving to Austin, reach out to me. My contact info is below.